out there, it's a beautiful Monday morning, albeit it's raining here in Lagos. But thank you for joining us again on today's episode of Market Insights. I'm your host, Lavina Emma, and I encourage you to be a part of the program with your comments, likes, and shares. Well, on Market Insights, we bring you stock market analysis, commodities, and currency updates. So today, we are discussing Nigeria's hosting of the Africa Energy Bank, the prospects therein for sustainable growth and development in the energy sector. Now, it has been a long time coming, but after months of international politicking and massive lobbying, Nigeria has finally won the right to host the $5 billion African Energy Bank, the first of its kind on the continent. Now, that's something wonderful. And this happened at an extraordinary meeting of the Council of Ministers of the African Petroleum Producers Organization, APPO, the umbrella body for oil-producing nations in Africa, in partnership with the African Export-Import Bank. And this is intended to help plug the funding gap in Africa amid pressure on major funding partners. Well, on the program this morning, I am not here by myself. I have a partner, and we shall be presenting the show together. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Vina. Good morning, Lagos, Nigeria, and beyond. This is indeed a very big one. It's a very big deal for all who is a stakeholder or would be classified as a joint stakeholder in this particular move with us hosting the AEB. And it has indeed been described as a significant step for the continent's energy sector and is expected to focus investment in oil and gas projects across the continent and is also set to start operations later this year. But the questions many are asking are, what exactly does it mean for Nigeria in practical economic terms? Will we be able to fully maximize its benefits? And how exactly also would this benefit and improve the overall quality of life for its citizens? These and more we will find out shortly as we delve deeper into the conversation regarding Nigeria's prospects with the hosting of the Africa Energy Bank.
Now, before we get into our discussion on Nigeria hosting the African Energy Bank, let's first of all talk about the stock market. Now, trading activities on Friday, July 5th, 2024. As you know, last week we only talked about how trading activities fared from Monday to Thursday. So we weren't able to discuss Friday's trading activities because the market was still trading as at the time we're presenting the program. But today we can talk about Friday. So trading activities on the floor of the stock exchange on Friday, July 5th, closed on a negative note. The all-share index declined by 0.04%, settling at over 100,022 from the previous close of 100,063. Now, this brings the year-to-date to 33.77%, the month-to-date to a negative 0.04%, and the week-to-date to a negative 0.04%, respectively. Market capitalization closed at 56 trillion naira. That's an aggregate of over 412 million units of shares, which was traded in over 8,551 deals, valued at over 6 trillion naira. The market's breadth closed positive as 32 equities gained, while 26 equities declined in share prices. So to discuss how the stock market traded, how it fared on Friday, July 5th, 2024, I have a guest who's joining us virtually, a stockbroker, and his name is Olasupo Akande. He's the chief dealer for Globalview Capital Limited. So are you online with Olasupo Akande? Hey, thank you for coming on to Market Insights this morning. It's great to have you on the program. Olasupo Akande. Okay, he seems to be having a... Okay, can you unmute your microphone, Olasupo Akande? I think perhaps if you can remove your earpiece and unmute your microphone, you'll be able to hear what I am saying, and I can hear you too. Little technical issue with Okay, can you unmute your microphone now, Olasupo Akande?
I've done that. Can you hear me now?
I hear you clearly. Yes, yes. Good to
Good
have you on
morning.
the program this morning. Thank you for
You're
joining
welcome.
us on Market Insights.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, so we are talking about how the stock market traded. It closed on a negative note on Friday. It moved on to negative 0.04%, which is it closed on a negative note on Friday, which was we're hopeful, all fingers crossed, that the stock market will close on a positive note on Friday. So could you tell us what factors led to this negative note, the market closing on a negative note on Friday?
Oh, well, the negative close on Friday doesn't just happen on Friday. It was a combination of what has been happening all through the week. There has been a sell-off in some of them stocks, some high cap stocks, which later resulted in the market declining by 0.4 all through the week. On Thursday, though the market closed negative, but throughout the week, cumulatively from the week, the market was flat, as in the differences in all share index was 0.0. But on Friday, it declined by 0.4, which later brought the market down. But then on Friday, because some high cap stocks declined, like Julius Berger and what have you, led to the market coming down, despite that we have more gainers than the losers on Friday.
Mr. Akande, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Very quickly, what are the potential risks, to be expected? Because of course, no investor, as he were, wants to lose their money or wants to lose on their investment, as the case may be. So, what sort of risks are there, and how should investors and shareholders alike strategize for the coming months in the trading year?
Okay, this coming month, we just entered into the second half of the year. This is second week. This is July, which marks the beginning of the second half of the year. And at this time, this is the time that companies will be releasing their second quarter results, and that will help to investors to understand how companies has fared through the half years. But then, market is market. There will always be risk, and there will always be opportunities in the market. And the opportunities is what everybody is looking for. That is where we are already. That is why we are in the market. And if we are looking at, okay, this is the inherent risk as well. The risk actually is based on maybe company not making profit and things. If company doesn't perform better, that the values of the company, when the news of company not doing better filter into the market, people tend to sell off to recoup their losses. But at the same time, when companies do better, the market reward companies that do better, and that is what we are hoping. And as second quarter results start coming in, which we believe some of the companies will be churning out good results, the market will react positively to that, and I will move up. And don't forget that as this second quarter, quarter results are coming in, we'll also be expecting some companies to be giving interim dividend, which is also how do I put it? Is a plus to investors, is a plus to the companies as well. Thank you.
Yeah, I still want to talk about trading on Friday. I noticed that a lot of investors were investing a lot in consumer goods. So I just want to know the reason for this, because there was also the banking sector, the oil and gas sector to invest in. But most investors were pursuing consumer goods as of last week. So is there any reason for this? As I just want to hear your expert opinion as a stockbroker.
Well, for consumer goods, well, no reason particularly, as apart from the work that we have with the banking sector, which we know that the capitalizations are coming and people are gearing up for that, and also the oil and gas that also did well and that is they did well as a result of news in Orlando and Corn Oil. Corn Oil released their last year results, which was very, very positive. They recorded 53% growth in their revenue. They also doubled their profit before tax, which renew interest in the shares of Corn Oil. and also for Oando, the government has granted them to completely own the asset of Enen Ajib in Nigeria, and that also encourage investors to to really bid for the shares of Oando PLC. And those are the things. But as far as consumer goods are concerned, it was all by ups and downs in consumer goods, because truth be told, a lot of them has been battered because of the economic situation of the countries. Some of them are complaining high rate of doing places and things like that. But as far as other sectors are concerned, like the insurance, the banking, and the oil and gas, they really did well last week.
Okay, before we look at the top gainers and top decliners now, I mentioned that the market's breadth closed positive as 32 equities gained and 26 equities declined. So I'm now looking at that now, which elevated interest rates in the fixed income market negatively affected the equities markets?
Yes, fixed income will always affect what is happening in the capital in the stock market, and the reason is that the returns in fixed income right now is a little bit higher when you look at what the interest rate is doing in Nigeria. But on Friday, the market actually recorded more gainers than losers. But if you look at all through the week, the market actually recorded more losers than gainers. That is when we compare what happened from Monday to Friday, which I told you was the reason that the market, when we're analyzing what the market closed for the week, it was the reason that market was down by 0.04. And if you look at it, the market actually recorded more losers for the week than gainers. For the week, we only recorded 37 gainers as against 45 losers that we have. And those are the reasons that the market actually came down. And all through the week also, there are some high cap stocks. I think MTN declined on Wednesday or Friday or Thursday, and those are the reasons that actually culminated to the market coming down by 0.04% on Friday.
Segment, I just want to ask a final question now. Can you expatiate further or explain further on the potential of bargain hunting and strategic investment opportunities that analysts expect in the Nigerian stock market, looking at this new week?
Well, this week, we are expecting that the market will also be performing better, and better in the area that the banking stocks, we expect them to do better, and that in the sense that the capitalization that all of them are doing today. We'll be hosting GT and Guarantee Trust Bank on the floor to do their fact behind the public offer they are doing. They are trying to tell us the reason why they are doing the public offer. We have had for Access Bank in the past. Access Bank right is going to be opening today, which is good for the market. Fidelity right is reflected right, and public offer it's already in the market, and those are the things. When GT is coming to the market today, that is very soon. They also will be coming out with their public offer, and almost all of the banks, they are coming to raise capital because of the CBN directive that all of them should be increasing their capital base. So this week we are expecting that the market will be rosy. The market will still be we expect that the market will close positive this week, because the expectation of the second quarter results and the anticipation of dividends here and there and things like that always spurs an investor to come to the market and bid more for stocks.
Thank you so much, Olasupo Akande, for joining us as we talked about the Nigerian stock market, how was trading activities on Friday, and also how we perceive how trading activities will flow this new week. Thank you so much for sharing your insights on this segment. It's always a pleasure having you on the program, and we hope you can join us again on this segment of Market Insights.